Hi everyone, I'm Andrea and this is Knowing Yoga. Thanks for joining me on the mat today. If you like the videos that you've been seeing so far on our channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Today's sequence is all about tuning into our internal place of quiet and stillness, our inner sense of calm that we can reach whenever we need to. So this inner peace, inner calm exists no matter what is going on around us or within us. So if there's chaos in our life and we have intense emotions or racing thoughts or sensations of pain or whatever is going on in our body, underneath all of that is a sense of calm, peace. It's a place of stillness and quiet. So our goal with today's practice is to tune into that place. So even as the postures become physically challenging, we can really turn inward and look to our breath or quieting the mind to find that inner sense of calm and peace. So we're going to be trying that throughout the practice today. As our heart rate gets up, as we're feeling some soreness in our muscles, we can still find a sense of calm on the mat. And then hopefully we can transfer that off the mat. So when things are wild around us, we can turn inside and anchor to our breath and really find that sense of stillness, peace, quiet that's always within us. So once you find it through meditation or on the mat in yoga, it's easier to access in the moment in real life when you need it. So we're going to start with that today. So let's start just by centering, grounding through our senses. So first look around the space that you're in and identify 5 things you can see, observing and describing them to yourself. And now we're going to observe and describe 4 things we can touch. So reaching around, touching 4 things, observing texture, temperature, pliability. Good, and now you can bring your eye gaze down towards the floor or close your eyes and notice 3 sounds that you hear in your space or outside of your space. And then notice any smells or tastes. Good. And you can open your eyes or look back up if your eye gaze was down. And we're going to start standing today, really focusing on our mountain posture, finding a place of stillness here. So we're going to root down with our feet about hip width distance apart. So finding the 4 corners of your feet, big toe, little toe, and back 2 corners of the heels. Lift the toes, spread them up, plant them down. Engage the quads, inner thighs slightly pulling together, and then tailbone tucks towards the earth, belly button pulls in. Shoulders come down and around, palms open to the front. Take a few breaths here, closing your eyes. If that feels comfortable, if not, you can keep your eye gaze down. And now imagine rooting your feet deep into the earth so that you can rise up. Belly pulls in, extending the spine a little longer. Legs engaged, core engaged. Maybe noticing a moment of stillness in the body between the inhale and the exhale, and between the exhale and the inhale. Good. And now we're just going to warm up the body and move with the breath. So on the inhale, we're going to reach arms out and widen up. Exhale, lower down. Eye gaze goes down. Inhale, arms come up. Eye gaze follows the fingertips to the top. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower, legs engaged, belly engaged. Inhale up, rooting down through the feet, lifting up through the spine. Exhale, lower. Good. And from here, I'm going to bring my feet together just to challenge the balance a little bit, work on the inner thigh strength. If you would like to keep your legs hip-width distance apart, that's fine with me, whatever feels good to you. So from here, we're going to find our mountain posture again. Four corners of the feet, legs zipped up, inner thighs pulling towards each other, belly pulls in, shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms up overhead. You're going to interlace the fingers, release the index finger. Pull your arms back in line with your ears. And then you want to make sure shoulders are square to the front, hips are square to the front. We're not pushing one side in front of the other. Imagine the body's in between two panes of glass and we're squished in there. So hands interlaced, shoulders down, armpits turning outwards if they can. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bump the right hip out to the side. Lift up and over to the right side. Bumping the right hip out and lifting over and up to the left. Couple of deep breaths here. Heart rate increasing. Find that moment of stillness in between the breaths. And then inhale, lifting up. Can relax the arms down if you want. If that grip is intense, you can just grab each wrist as we lift to the side. So inhale, rooting down through the feet, legs engaged, belly pulls in, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bump the hips to the left, lift up and over to the right. Taking some breaths here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can straighten the arms, or you can leave them a little bent. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, bump the hips. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. You can bend the knees if you need to. And then do a little yoga cha-cha. So bending one knee, then the other. And just let the head hang. Couple of deep breaths here. You can grab behind the ankles, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And from here, we're going to plant the feet, belly engaged. Inhale up with the flat back. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, I'm going to pull the hair back. From here, we're going to find our mountain posture again. So feet are planted down into the earth, about hip-width distance apart. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stay here for 2 breaths. And then inhale, lifting and extending the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back into a runner's lunge. So really pressing out through the right heel. If you want, you can bring blocks in to the sides. Rest underneath the shoulders. Really sinking into the hips here. And now for a challenge, you can either stay here or challenge yourself. Plug in the left big toe. Engage the inner thighs towards each other. And then slowly lifting up into our crescent lunge. Couple of breaths here. Find that stillness, that quiet inside yourself in the breath. Exhale, lower the arms down, either to the blocks or all the way to the floor. And then from here, we're gonna hop the right foot back up. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, step together, forward fold. Inhale, rooting down to lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend the back. And you can have your blocks already ready to go. Exhale, step the left foot back into our runner's lunge, keeping the right knee in line or behind the right ankle. So again, fingertips to the floor or to the blocks at whatever level you like. Inhaling and exhaling here. Pressing out through the left heel. Belly pulled in. Inner thighs pulling towards each other. Belly pulls in. Slowly lifting up into our crescent lunge or stay in runner's lunge. Shaking is good. Building strength. Find that place of stillness. Exhale, lower back down. Hands all the way down. And then inhale, left leg bends. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Stay for a breath. Inhale, legs engaged, belly engaged. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. All right, from the top of our mat, we're gonna turn sideways. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take a 4 to 5 foot step to the right side of your mat. Hands come down to T position. So from here, we're trying to get our ankles under our wrists, if at all possible. So now we're going to turn the right toes out towards the wall next to us. And then bending down into our warrior two position, keeping the right knee in line or behind the right ankle. Engage the inner thighs like you're trying to pull the mat towards each other or the feet towards each other. Inhaling and exhaling, eye gaze over the right middle finger. Good. Feeling the heart rate increase and finding a sense of calm underneath it. Inhale, arms up high, right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sinking into our warrior two. Inhale, arms up, left toes pull in. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, flat back. Hands come to the floor or to a block. And take a few deep breaths here. Finding a place of peace in the breath. A moment of calm. While we're down here, we're going to move one block to each end of the mat. Then we're going to bend the knees slightly, extend the spine, belly pulls in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower. Good. So now we're going to move into our extended side angle. So arms out wide, right toes to the right side of the room, coming into our warrior two position. So grab your block if you can, and from here, we're going to inhale, extend, reach through the right arm as far as you can, and then just tilt the arms. So bringing that hand to the block, underneath the shoulder, looking down, checking in with the alignment, trying to get a straight line between the right armpit and the right outer edge of the foot. And then you can use the block or not, whatever's good for you. Trying to create a straight line between the left hip crease and the left armpit. So eye gaze goes up, we move that right shoulder back, use the block. If that feels good, keep checking in with your alignment. Find that inner quiet. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands lower down. Let's come into a forward bend again. Exhaling, lowering. Good, bend in the knees. Inhale up, flat back, belly pulls in. Good. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Left toes to the left side of the room. Bending in the left knee, coming into our warrior two. And then extend towards the left side as far as you can. And then just tilt the arms. So if you want to use that block, bring that on underneath you. And then creating those straight lines for our triangle. Legs engaged. Trying to squeeze the mat together behind you. Right arm pressing in, or left arm pressing in to the left leg. Checking in with your alignments. Drop that right shoulder down and back. Breathe. Find a moment of calm in the breath. Maybe between the inhale and exhale. Inhale, back up to center. Toes turn in. Let's do one more forward fold. Exhale, belly in, flat back, and then round. Let your head hang. Looking for a place of calm. Good. Legs bent slightly, hands to hips. Shoulder blades point together in the back and down. Inhale up. Flat back. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, step the feet together. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good. So we're going to do one more heart opening posture that activates our heart rate, gets it going, and we're going to find a place of calm within all that. So at the top of your mat, come in to your mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. Now we're going to take the left arm out, like we're holding a pizza pie, And then shift the weight into the right leg. Plug the right big toe in, belly pulls in tight. Reach down, straight down, and grab the inner arch of the left foot. So there's no twists in the wrist, just open up. Bring the knees back into alignment. Right arm comes up. You're in the posture here. If reaching that foot is hard, you can grab a strap and grab it around it or use a towel. So, right here is the posture, heart rate increasing. Find your moment of quiet and still. If you want to further the posture, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, kick the foot into the hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, kick. Bringing the hips into alignment. Right arm down to eye level. Inhale, coming out of it slightly, hopefully with control. And take a deep breath here. Finding that calm. Good. And now we move to the other side. So the weight shifts into the left leg, plugging the left big toe in. Right arm comes up like we're serving a pizza. Reaching down, grabbing the inner arch of the right foot. Left arm up. Breathing here. If you want to go further, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, kick the foot into the hand. Finding quiet and stillness between the breaths. Inhale, coming back out. Exhale, arms come down. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Hands to block or to floor. Whatever works here for you. Good. And from here, we're going to walk the feet back, coming into a down dog. So pressing into the fingertips, not sinking into the shoulders, pressing out through the shoulders. Shoulder blades moving down the back and coming in towards the spine. Heels to the ground or as close as you can get them. Belly in and take a few breaths here. On the next exhale, can come down into tabletop position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're going to come down to our elbows, placing the elbows where the wrists were. And then interlace the hands together. Tuck the toes under. And then on an inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, pressing into the forearms. Lifting up into dolphin. If your shoulders don't like this, you can just go back to down dog or to tabletop. And then exhale, lower back down to the knees. Let's do a few cat-cows here. Pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Pressing into the fingertips, keeping the weight out of the heels of the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, head up, tailbone up. Exhale, round. One more. Then we're going to sit back into a child's pose. So hips can come to the heels, or if you want a blanket between the hips and the heels, if that feels better, you can do that too. So from here, walking the hands out, head makes contact, forehead makes contact with the earth or a block, whatever feels good. So you can bring that block in too. And just breathing here. Breathing into the sides of the rib cage, exhaling fully. Looking for that calm, still, quiet place within ourselves. We can get there with the breath. Inhale to cat-cow. And from here, we're going to move into cow face. So we're going to take the right knee, move it forward on the mat, and then bring the right foot to the opposite edge of the mat. Take the left knee behind the right knee and bring the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Slowly sitting back onto the left sits bone and then rolling onto the right sits bone. So our knees are going to be stacked eventually. But if you need a different way to get into this posture, just come from a seated position, pull the left heel towards the right hip, and then move the right heel towards the left hip, and then kind of situate yourself till you can stack those legs. Maybe the legs up here, maybe it's back here, wherever is fine. So plant down through both sits bones. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's get a right tricep stretch. So just kind of gentle pressure on the right elbow, pressing the palm of the left hand into the upper back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wrap the right arm, the left arm around, pressing the top of the left hand into the back, and then interlacing the fingers if you can reach, grabbing fingers. If not, just press both hands into the back. And breathing here. Being sure to keep the right arm off of the head, not placing pressure on the neck. Exhale, release both arms. Can walk the hands forward if you want a deeper hip stretch, or stay back where you were. Good. And we're going to walk forward onto all fours again, and switch legs. Left knee in front, right knee back behind. Sitting down on the right sits bone first, lowering down onto the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left tricep stretch. Palm of the left hand into the upper back. Exhale around, top of the right hand into the back. So not sure if you can see, but my hands don't connect on this side. So I'm just pressing the hands into the back, opening the shoulders and breathing. Rooting down through both sits bones. Then releasing the arms. Good. And then slowly unwinding. We're going to come into some stretches. So first we're going to stretch the right leg out at a 45-degree angle. Right toes flex back towards the face. Left foot comes into the inner thigh. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, square the shoulders towards the right foot. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, tuck the chin, bring the chin towards the throat. Rounding over, belly pulls in, bringing the left knee to the forehead, or if that's not accessible, bringing a block to the forehead and the knee. So hands can be on the ground or on the leg. What we're aiming to do is keeping that chin lock down and making contact with the forehead to block or forehead to knee. Couple of breaths here, belly pulled in, both sits bones evenly rooted into the earth. Shoulders square, belly pulls in, inhale up, exhale down. Let's switch the legs out. Left leg out, toes flex towards the face. Inhale up, exhale, square the shoulders. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck the chin, rounding over, bringing knee to forehead, or placing that block so that you can make contact with the forehead and keep the chin lock. We're massaging the thyroid here, regulating the sleep-wake cycle, metabolism. So many benefits in this posture. Inhale, belly pulls in, rounding up. Exhale, release. Let's come into our bound angle. So soles of the feet together, sits bones into the floor, hands interlaced at the top of the feet or grabbing wherever feels comfortable for you. Inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale, rounding over. Belly pulls in. This posture is great for soothing the nervous system, calming anxious thoughts, improving mood. Inhale, rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then let's come into our last stretch, our forward fold. So removing the fleshy parts of the bottom, coming into our sits bones, extending through the legs, feet flex back towards the face. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing outsides of the feet, peace fingers around the big toes, or just grabbing anywhere at the ankles. Belly pulls in. You can bend the knee to protect the lower back if you need to. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. You can start scooching the heels out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Finding that place of stillness and quiet. Inhale, rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Good. All right, and from here, we're going to get ready for Shavasana. So, go ahead and get everything you need for your Shavasana. If you want a bolster for under your knees, if you want a pillow or a blanket under your head, go ahead and slowly round down. We're going to have a quiet Shavasana for a couple of minutes, and then you can stay laying down for our guided meditation at the end. Resting the body, sealing in all the hard work you just did, feeling the earth support you, and body just sinking into the earth. And then staying in your Shavasana for our guided meditation. We're really going to focus on finding that place of inner calm and peace. So eyes closed, bringing awareness to the points of contact between the body and the floor. Noticing where the earth is supporting you. And then bringing awareness to the breath. Following the inhale and exhale through the nose. Noticing temperature of the air on the inhale and exhale. And now bringing our awareness to the belly. Noticing the rise of the belly with each inhale and the fall of the belly with each exhale. If your mind is wandering, gently bring it back to the breath without judging it, just noticing. And now bringing awareness to the moments of stillness and quiet between the inhale and the exhale, and between the exhale and the inhale. Noticing a sense of calm and stillness in that moment between the breaths. And when you find that moment of stillness, quiet, calm, know that that sense of peace and that level of stillness is always inside of us. No matter what emotions are rising and falling, No matter what physical sensations we're experiencing, or thoughts that are going through our heads, underneath it all is that sense of calm and stillness. It's always with us, and all we need to do is go to the breath to tap into it. Now bringing your awareness back to the points of contact between the floor and the body. Bringing movement to your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And you can roll over onto one side of your choice. Laying, resetting, realigning the spine. Realigning the energy points in the body as you lay on your side. And when you're ready, use your hands to press up to a seated position. And we're going to end with a quote. We don't realize that somewhere within us all, there does exist a supreme self who is eternally at peace. Elizabeth Gilbert, that's from Eat, Pray, Love. So remember to tap into that inner stillness, that calm, whenever you need it. It's always there in the breath, centering us. All right, let's take one more last deep breath together, arms out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me on the mat and sharing your energy. The light in me acknowledges and salutes the light in each of you. Namaste.